Welcome to another episode of How Celestial Are You? This is a show all about Celestial at large and Christianity as it were. It's a show that covers everything about celestial history, hymns, mode of worship, and so on and so forth, even relating to biblical references. From our Nigerian studio, we have our contestants today. Please, can you introduce yourself?
All right, hallelujah. My name is Brother Noah Okubote from Celestial Church of Christ, Agashadua Parish, Ibatu. I was born in Celestia, and I am a regular young person in the church, yes. And I'm part of the choir member, yeah. Choir member.
It's good to know. That means the fund that is available, 250K, is going home with you today, because I feel you are very well clued up.
Let's hope on God for that.
Because of our viewers at home, in this show is this to be delivered in a fun, relaxed, and even win cash prizes and gift prize. As Brother Noah is seated now, is allocated 250,000 naira. All he needs to do is to answer 5 compulsory questions, and then if he gets it right, that's 250K. Even after that, if he chose at the winning point after the 5 questions to have 2 discussional questions, that can double the win at that point, depending on where he is then and if he decides to go by that. Let's dig a bit more. In a scale of 1 to 100, how will you rate, how celestial are you yourself?
All right, so I think I will just go for 30%. Yeah, I think I'll just stay at 30%.
30%?
Yes.
So my mind is saying something else though, but that's why we are here, for us to find out whether 30%, whether my own intuition is saying to me will be right. That's the whole reason why we are here. Are you ready to go on this fun journey with us?
Let's go. I'm ready.
On today's episode, you have a question running from 1 to 100.
Okay.
You can choose any number of your choice. If you are ready.
All right.
Let's get started.
Question number 5.
Question number 5. In the history of Celestial Church of Christ, the pastor founder of Celestial Church of Christ of blessed memory, Pastor SBJ Oshofa, came to Lagos in what year? As you know that the whole thing started from Port Novo. At some point, he came to Lagos. What year was that?
Okay, I think, that was 1951. 1951.
51. Is that your answer?
Yes, 1951.
Final answer?
Yes, 1951.
That's your answer?
Yes.
You have 5 seconds.
Yes, that's my answer, 1951.
That's your answer? 1951. 1951. You know what? That is a correct answer. That is the correct answer. You still have your 250,000 naira. You just have 4 more questions to go. Your next question, please.
Question 14.
Question 14. This is a biblical question. Who were the first 2 disciples of Jesus Christ. It doesn't matter which one first, but anyhow you want to put it, I will accept because I want you to win this.
Okay, I think that was that should be Simon Peter and his brother Andrew. Simon Peter and his brother Andrew.
Peter and his brother Andrew. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, that's my final answer.
Definitely.
Yes, that's my final answer.
Definitely. That is a correct answer. You still have your 250 intact. 3 more questions to go. 3 more questions to go.
Okay.
You are already showing that you are more than 30%. So my own intuition is becoming very right.
All right.
Your next question, please.
Question 10. 10.
Question number 10. This is a celestial history relating to celestial history.
Okay.
The question is, what is the name of the service? In other words, worship given to Celestial Church of Christ to remember the deceased. And during the service, tell me how many ways by which you can know the number of the deceased that have been remembered. Describe those ways by which you can know how many deceased have been remembered.
Sorry, can you please repeat the question again? I didn't get that very well.
I'll repeat it.
Thank you very much.
What is the name of the service, or on the other way you call it worship, given to Celestial Church of Christ to remember the deceased? During that service, tell me how many ways by which you can know the number of the deceased that are being remembered.
Okay, the numbers of deceased that have been remembered for that particular service.
For that service.
Okay, so remembrance service.
Describe those ways by which, that is, tell us how many ways that can be known. And then describe those ways. Whether it's 5, whether it's 10, whether it's 1, it doesn't matter.
Okay, I think remembrance service is called Amisa in Celestial Church of Christ. Yes. It's Amisa service. And so one of the ways that we could know the numbers of deceased that are being remembered is the amount of candles that are being lighted around the katafa. And also, if deceased is a juvenile, there won't be candles on the main altar. So the main altar will be empty. There won't be candles on the main altar. The candle will just be placed at the katafa.
Okay.
Yeah, and
so,
sir, you were saying something.
Yeah, but you have answered. Your time is up, but I want you to be clear, and then that's why I will give you the time, so everyone is clear, so our viewers can know what the right answers are or the wrong one, as it were. You have mentioned one of the answer to be a missa service recorded. Whether that is right or wrong, we're yet to know.
Okay.
Secondly, you have mentioned the way by which you can know how many deceased that's been remembered.
Yeah, so, yeah, like I said.
And you said it is the number that is put around the katafa.
Yes, sir.
So,
and
how?
So, the doctrine
around the katafa, you will have some on the head, on the foot,
yes,
some on the side here and side there. So what you are saying is we should count all the candles there.
No, for one deceased person, there will be just one katafa at the head, one candle at the head, one at the top, one at the right hand, one at the left hand. So if we now have many, it means that we'll have, if we have 3 deceased, so it means we have 3 candles at the top, three candles at the head, 3 candles at the leg, and 3 at the right and 3 at the left. And also the names, why singing Awaja Bedenle, the names that will be read also is also an indication of the numbers of disease, indication of the numbers of disease that are being remembered for that service.
Are those your answers?
Sir.
Is that your answer?
Yes, sir.
So, if I get you right, you have 2 ways by which you can know from what you have just said. I'm trying to simplify that. And then you have mentioned the name of the service to be a Missa service. Then there are 2 ways, and one of the ways is by the candles that are put around the katafa. And then the other one, another way.
The names. Why the choir sings the Benele song? The names that will be read by the leader in charge of the incense. The names that will be read is also an indication of the numbers of diseases that are being remembered for that particular missa service.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I think it was a very, very nice try. As I wish I would have given you, there is a bit of letdown there. But you really tried. You've covered 75%
wow.
of this answer. But I'm not going to give you, for one reason, that our viewers at home need to have the correct details. You have done well to say that you mentioned if the disease is a young person, i.e. a baby or whatever it is. There is always a lead of one that every other person will join. So this is for your own information and for information of our viewers at home. The lead will have 7 candles on the altar. So those ones on the side, the one that is leading wouldn't be part of that. So if you now count those ones, it won't be like the 3 you said on the side here. So there are only 2 ways by which you can know. You got the one right, the list of those on the katafa that they will be calling while they do belele. And the other one, the only way you can know that through that one, through the katafa, is by the number of candle at the head and then at the foot of katafa. Nothing to do with the side. If you count the one on the side, you might get it wrong because there is always one for the lead role there. Does that make sense?
All right, thank you very much, sir.
Your money drops to 200K. You still have some money there. How many questions left now?
I think I have 2 left.
2 more questions. 2 more questions. What number?
All right, 44.
44. This is a biblical question as well. Your first question says, how many books are in the New Testament? Name only the first 8 books of the New Testament and name the last 5 of the books of the New Testament. Should I repeat it?
Okay, so I'll start from the naming. The first 8.
No, the question are in 3 parts. The first one is, how many books are there in the New Testament?
28 books.
28 books. Then it says, name the first 8 books of the New Testament.
Okay, so Matthew, Mark.
Yes. 1.
Matthew, Mark, Luke.
2. 3.
John.
4.
Acts of Apostles.
5.
Romans.
6,
1 Corinthians,
7,
2 Corinthians.
8. Is that your answer?
Yes, sir.
The last part of the question says, name the last 5 books of the New Testament. The last 5.
So can I start?
Time is up, but I will give you another 10 seconds.
Okay. 1 Peter, 2 Peter, 1 John, 2. Sorry, can I start again?
Your time is up now.
2 John.
Your time is up now. Okay, go on.
2 John.
1.
Sorry, 2 Peter.
Your time is up now. Thank you. It was a nice try. It was a nice try. It was a nice try. I am very well impressed, to be honest with you. To be honest. For the sake of our people at home, we need to get the right information out there. In the New Testament, there are only 27 books, not 28. That's very painful. But to be honest with you, I'm impressed that you got all the first 8 books right without any mistake. For the last book, the last 5 books start from 1 John.
Thank you very much.
You can as well say it louder so that our people should know that they know that you know it. But unfortunately, 1 John, 2 John, 3 John, Jude, and then Revelation. But I must applaud you. I must applaud you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Very encouraging.
Thank you very much.
Your money drops to what now?
I think 150K.
150K. 150K. You still have a lot of money here. You have the last. That's the last question now.
Yes.
That's the last question.
Yes.
One more question after this one. This is the last one.
This is my last question.
Okay. What number?
Number 1.
Number 1.
Yes.
This is a Bible question as well. You have already impressed me.
Thank you very much.
You have already impressed me, to be honest. Now, this is a part of 4 questions in one.
Okay.
And I will start now. 1. What is the longest chapter in the Bible?
Longest chapter.
Part B. What is the longest chapter? What is the shortest chapter in the Bible? What is the longest verse in the Bible? And what is the shortest verse in the Bible? And what does it say? Let me repeat it. The first one says, what is the longest chapter in the Holy Bible? Second one says, what is the shortest chapter in the Holy Bible? The third says, what is the longest verse in the Holy Bible? And the fourth one for this question says, what is the shortest verse in the Bible and what does it say?
All right, so I'll start from shortest verse. That's Jesus wept.
Jesus wept.
Yeah, John 11:28. John 11:38. Then
11:38.
Then longest chapter. That's Psalm 119. That's longest chapter.
Yes.
Then
Short answer.
Longest chapter, Psalm 119. Then longest verse is the book of longest verse, book of Esther, chapter 9 verse. Oh my God. Esther chapter 9 verse.
You have 10 seconds now.
Esther chapter 10 verse 12. Then the longest, the shortest chapter, that's Psalm 117. 117.
So for clarity, your longest chapter in the Holy Bible is Psalm 119.
Yes.
Your shortest chapter is Psalm
117.
117. And your longest verse is Esther chapter 10.
10 verse 12, yes.
10 verse 12. And the shortest verse in the Bible, in the Holy Bible, you said is John 11:38.
Yes, Jesus wept. Yes.
Jesus wept. Are this your last final answer?
Yes, that's my final answers. These are my final answers.
I applaud you because it was a nice try. It was a nice try. But I will give you 80, 75, 80%.
Oh my God.
75, 80%. You really tried. You really tried.
75, 80% does not increase my money.
The longest chapter in the Bible is Psalm 119, as you've rightly said. It's got 176 verses. 176 verses. The shortest chapter in the Bible is Psalm 117. As you rightly said, it's only got 2 verses. The third answer, the longest verse in the Bible, it's in the book of Esther.
Esther, yes.
Esther chapter 8 verse 9.
Oh my God.
It's got 90 words. 90 words in that verse. And for the other one that you are very close as well. I remember during the Sunday school time, these are the things that they will first throw at us and then you have to know it. But fortunately, there was a bit of bend. It's John 11:35. John 11:35. But you got this the word in there right. Jesus wept. Jesus wept.
Thank you very much.
How much do you have left now?
I think it's 100K.
100K. 100K. 100K. 100K. This is the highest winning prize so far on this show.
Wow.
And I must commend your effort. I must commend your effort. You have 2 discretional questions if you want to go ahead or you want to keep the fund. You can double it or you lose the fund. Entirely your choice.
Okay, so I must get the two questions correctly.
Yes. If you get the first one correct, you will double the 100K to be 200K. Then if you want to go on the second one as well, if you get it right, you double the win at that point. But if you get it wrong, you lose the fund.
Well,
it's your choice.
Life is about taking risks, so let me give it a try. Let's see how it goes.
You want to give it a try?
Yeah, life is about taking risks. Life itself is a risk, so.
But on this one, I will be the one to choose.
Okay.
Which question you go to?
All right.
Because the first one is named after the shepherd of this parish, myself, Assistant Venerable Super Evangelist Jesu Kundayo. If you get this right, your 100K becomes 200K.
All right. And if I get it wrong, my 100K becomes 0K. If you get it wrong,
you will lose the fund. So I want to give you another benefit now to decide. Don't be pressured. Don't be pressured. If you decide to walk away with 100K, that's your winning, and that's it.
Let's try it. Let's give it a try.
You want to give it a try?
Yes, let's give it a try.
I want to encourage that as well. It's not about the money at all time.
Yeah, it's about the knowledge.
Learning. It's about the learning. I quite agree with that. Right. This question is given and named after the shepherd of Citadel of Celestians Cathedral here in the UK. On a typical Sunday service,
Okay.
on a typical Sunday service, we read many psalms. Confirm the third psalm that we read on a typical Sunday service. Also, this same psalm, there are options in our mode of worship. So if you don't read that psalm, you can read another one instead of that. You can read another one instead of that. This question is in two parts. Tell us the third psalm that we read on a typical Sunday, and tell us how many psalms can be read in place of that, and what are the psalms?
All right, so I think that's the third read on Sunday service is Psalm 118, and there are two other options. Sir?
Your answer.
There are Psalm 118. Yes, that's the third psalm. Yes, sir, that's my final answer.
Okay. Psalm 118.
118.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, the next question, please.
The next question is, if you have chosen 118, there is alternative psalm that our mode of worship allowed. If you don't use 118, if that is the right answer, what are the other ones? How many are they? What are the psalms?
I think there are two. So
Okay.
Psalm 136 and Psalm 136 and oh my God.
You have 5 seconds now.
Psalm 136 and I can't remember the third one, but I think Psalm 150 or Psalm 103.
Psalm 150 or Psalm 143. There's another part of the same question, but I won't bother you with it because I want you to win this. So if I ask that one, that would, but don't bother about it. So your answer is Psalm 118,
Yes, sir.
the third psalm on a Sunday service.
Yes, sir.
And you have chosen that there are 2 psalms, am I right, or just one?
Yeah, aside from Psalm 118, so there are two other psalms that we can.
Yeah, and you said one is Psalm
136
136, 1.
and Psalm 103.
Psalm 103.
I can't remember. Oh my God.
You know, Brother Noah, you have really impressed me tonight. I just wish I could.
Yeah, I know.
Now, you are right that the third psalm on every Sunday typical service is Psalm 118, which is the Thanksgiving psalm. In place of that, if you don't read Psalm 118 in Celestial Church of Christ for the benefit of you and our viewers at home, you are right that 136 is allowed. But unfortunately, the other one, there are only 2. That is what you just wrong. And I don't want to paint something wrong to the viewers and yourself. The right psalm, which you can read in place of that, is Psalm 27.
Oh my God.
But I want to applaud. I want to applaud that. I want to applaud that. You know what I will do? Because you have done so well tonight, I will only drop your 100K to 50K.
Thank you very much.
Because you got this wrong. So you still have 50K. Now it's your choice. Are you going further or are you keeping the 50K?
So, okay, should I take the 50K or I go further to...
Or you go further for Pastor EMF or Shofa's discretional question, which will double your 50K to 100K back, or you lose the 50K. You know, I've really tried tonight. What do you think?
Yes. I think I'll just walk away.
You'll walk away.
I think I'll just... But I don't mind. I would like to have the other questions just to test my ability or my knowledge.
Just to test your ability.
Yeah, my knowledge.
For record purpose, Brother Noah, Olabote or Odebote?
Okubote.
Okubote.
Yes.
Apologies. Pardon me. Brother Noah Okubote is going away with a winning prize of 50K. I must commend your effort tonight.
Thank you very much, sir.
impressed me. You have really. Now, on the Pastor EMF of Oshofa's question, this is an applied question.
Okay.
But I know you will get it right. But if you get it right or get it wrong, because this is not part of your winning whatever, I will not tell the answer. That will go on our social media for people to get involved.
All right, no problem.
Is that okay?
All right, sir.
You are a secretary of a parish
Okay.
and a visitor by the name Godwin, who is a most senior evangelist and a medical doctor. Was to be introduced to the church.
Question again, sir.
I should start again.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You are the secretary of a parish who will do the announcements on a Sunday. And there is a visitor by the name Godwin, who is a most senior evangelist and a medical doctor. That means he's a doctor. How will you introduce the person to the church? Act in that capacity and introduce the visitor under celestial constitution.
In Sisters of Christ, we don't introduce people with professional appellations in the church. We introduce them by their ranks in the church. So if I am the secretary, I will introduce the person as most senior evangelist Godwin.
Is that your answer?
Yes, sir.
The person is a medical doctor as well.
Professional appellations are not allowed in Sisters of Christ.
Wow. This could have doubled your money to 100K. But I must applaud that. I must applaud you. So for our viewers at home, and we have seen this in a lot, that people bring their profession title into their rank and title call. Constitution of Celestia on page 35, section 104. It's made it clear, as Brother Noah said, that in Celestial Church of Christ, any professional appellation is not allowed when people are being introduced. You can only use the one of your anointment rank in Celestial Church of Christ. Hope this will send a message out to some people, and that is all what this show is all about. On behalf of myself and the crew, I want to appreciate Brother Noah Okubote for this great courage to come on How Celestial Are You. You have really impressed me tonight, to be honest with you.
Thank you very much, sir.
I want to discuss with you outside this, because I believe we still have a long way to go about celestial information, and the right one at that matter to be out there.
Thank you very much, sir.
I want to appreciate all our viewers. If you want to be part of this show, whether a contestant or you want to partner with us, please follow the direction on your screen through all our social media handles, or call the number, and there is a form for you to fill to be a contestant, and then we'll be glad to have you on another episode. On behalf of myself, the crew here, the crew in Nigeria studio, I want to say a very big thank you, and congratulations to Brother Noah Okubote on the winning prize of 50K. Thank you once again. God bless.
Thank you very much for having me. God bless you.
Baba don't ọdún 1947 la péjọ mímọ́ kálẹ̀ o. gbọ́wọ́ SPJ ọ̀ṣọ́fà ló fi ránṣẹ́